I'm your host, No GoPro here, and welcome back to the No Show, episode 8. Now, damn, I can't believe it's already been 8 episodes of what has pretty much just amounted to scheduled shitposting. But I do plan on changing things, and part of the reason of that is because I'm actually getting a lot more free time. I want to say these days, but I'm only going to start getting more free time from about this week. That's going to enable me to hopefully do a little bit more on the show, but there are other things that are going to eat up my time straight away. But this episode will pretty much just be me explaining how things are going to change and what's gonna be going on, I guess. Essentially, one of the reasons why I have a lot more free time now is that from door to door, my commute only takes 20 minutes. And my work is relatively straightforward, so I'm in 9, out 5:30, which means that I can wake up 8 o'clock, get to work by 9, and get home by 6. So that gives me between about 6 and 12 o'clock when I want to go to sleep, 6 hours to play around and do whatever the fuck I want. So what will I be doing with these 6 hours? Well, the first thing I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna start eating healthily again, and I'm gonna sign up to a fight gym. Fight. One of the reasons I can do that now is that I'm actually gonna be stationed in this place for at least a month, hopefully a little bit longer. It all depends on accommodation stuffs, but it means that I can actually, go to one gym and do things properly, because for the past 5 months or so I've just been moving around. I've not stayed in any place for longer than 3 weeks in the past 5 months, and it's pretty difficult to do any gym stuff like that. And one of the really big things is that I want to fix myself in terms of I've got some imbalances in my body I need to work out, and ideally I want to work with a physio for that, but you kind of need to stay in one place because you kind of need to see the same physio repeatedly so they can monitor your results. But I've actually decided to go a little bit off the idea of going for a straight physio, because that's kind of expensive, especially now I'm in London. That'll be I don't even know how much it'll be. It'll be at least like 60 quid an hour or maybe more. And I think actually it's more like closer to 100 an hour. I was like, do I really need that much? It's like, well, if I go to a fight gym, that's about £100 a month, and there will be instructors and stuff that know stuff about the body. So if you could just pick their ear every now and then for a minute or two, I'm pretty sure you get most of the benefits you would get from a physiotherapist pretty much bundled into the deal. So yeah, I just did say £100. Yep, £100 a month. However, that's not actually that much. Well, it's a lot of money, but it's not actually as much or as expensive as you think it is, or in terms of the benefits you get out of it. So the biggest motivation for me joining a fight club or fight gym, not the fight club, is that when I was doing resistance training back in the day, I really did enjoy it. And the aspects of it that I enjoyed the most were actually the more functional components. Apart from the deadlift, I did love the deadlift. Apart from the deadlift, my favorite things were pull-ups, and I used to go for weighted pull-ups and stuff like that. And what's more functional than learning how to kill people with your bare hands? So that's one of the reasons why I want to join a fight club. I always wanted to learn a martial art, so this was like an MMA. So I'll get to probably pick or choose a few disciplines. I don't know, I'll probably do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and probably some Muay Thai or kickboxing. That's probably a good combo, or maybe a little bit of boxing too. I don't know, I think for me, because my legs are pretty good, I'll probably use something that can integrate my legs quite a bit, and I need to improve the flexibility and stuff around that anyway. And when you look at it, I'll probably go to like a 1 hour class each day before work. So that's about 20 classes a month. And then I'll probably have at least 2 to 3 resistance, full body resistance workouts a week. So that's easily 30 classes or 30 sessions in the gym a month. That's pretty much a Tesco's meal deal per session. So it's not actually that expensive considering like what you're getting out of it, and it is central London, so that's not bad. And also one of the great benefits is that you actually get access to a lot of other gyms. I think the number is over like 1,500 other gyms that you get access to with this membership of about £95 a month, which is pretty lit, which means that, you know, if I think like the resistance training section at this fight club isn't what I like, I can just go to any other gym around. Or, you know, if, for example, I'm visiting someone and I'm there for a while, I can probably find the closest gym that I have access to around there and still go. Or if I just want to mix it up and try something new, I can just go to another gym just like that. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm not sponsored to say anything like that. I'm not sponsored by any company. I haven't even dropped the name of like what this deal entails. So yeah, I'll definitely be dropping the name in a few weeks if I try it out and it's really good shit. Yeah, I'll definitely promote that stuff for free just because I love showing off the cool stuff that I come across. But that will probably take me around 2 hours a day on average for weekdays. So what am I gonna do with the rest exactly? Well, at least one of those hours will probably be spent doing random shit that I need to just get sorted. That's just piled up for the next few weeks. About one of those hours will probably be dedicated to that. And once that's all out of the way, I'll probably repurpose that hour to actually just working on the show daily. So there'll be a lot more volume going into this show. But you know, then I've got 3-ish hours left, and I'll probably spend 2 of those remaining 3 hours working on my own business, because I really haven't done much of that yet, and I've put the deadline on 2021 to get that up and running. And it really free up a lot of my time because I wouldn't have to work as much, and should be more lucrative, or a lot more enjoyable too, because my time would be spent more efficiently. Like today, you know, when you're writing the codes, like I was wasting like 3 hours. I think I wasted at least 3 hours of the day trying to find out why some tests are failing in a certain environment. And it turns out like there's probably no good solution because it's just out of my hands. And it's like, so I don't really know what to do with that. But, you know, shit like that eats up your time, and there's even not really much of a payoff. Because if I was running my own business, I would have been like, you know what, bye bye tests. I would have got rid of those tests because it's not worth my time to fix them. But, you know, I'm not the boss here, so I don't get to make decisions like that. So I mean, that would be cool if I can get that all going, but I'll probably spend the last hour of the day just chilling. I mean, can't be all work and no play. That makes you a very dull boy. I'm not sure how that saying goes exactly, but something like that. I'll probably leave Saturday as just the holy day of rest. And Sunday, I'll probably get back to work, and I'll probably spend most of Sunday writing content and filming it, especially filming it for the show. So that would be really nice because now I'm splitting filming, editing, and releasing the show between 3 days. So between Sunday to film, Monday to edit, and Tuesday to actually release it. That should make sure that the shows won't be rushed as much. So hopefully I can switch this new process in the next few weeks or so. I'll probably have to do some shitty cardio as soon as I get up on a Sunday to motivate myself to work. Otherwise, I'll just have another lazy day. Like, it's so easy to just stay in bed forever sometimes. Um, so yeah, I mean, season one, which is this current season, will have 12 episodes, including or excluding, so I should say 12 episodes plus a special bonus finale episode, which will actually be super low rent. It won't be a good episode at all. I think it would actually be even more low budget than a one take. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm trying to make it as low effort as possible. The reason for that is that I actually going to be doing a lot of work, especially ramping up to the end of the season, working on season 2, and I want to kind of kick off season 2 with a nice smooth start. So yeah, that will be what will be going on for season 1, but like the format I'm trying to move to for season 2 will actually be about 1 to 2 minutes of concurrent news, either in my life or the outer world, just to make sure that the show isn't so stale and just old. But the main reason I used to bring that up is because I actually start writing out long series or long format episodes and actually just split them up into segments and drop a segment into each episode. And I'll probably have 2 of these long running series I'm working on each time, and just drop like a probably 4-minute clip for each one, so about 8 minutes of all in all of like these like short segments, and they'll like progress through each episode that span over many episodes. And yeah, I find that actually writing longer episodes and like filming it and editing and making it nice is actually way more efficient than trying to film and create short episodes. The only issue with that is that I have to actually make the whole episode before delivering anything, which goes against agile methodology. If anyone's ever heard of that, you should probably thank your lucky stars if you haven't. But at the same time, agile is overrated, so it can go fuck itself. But yeah, the one issue of that is that I need to actually complete a whole series, or probably 2, before I can adopt this format, which means I'm going to be working hard to do that during this season 1, so I can drop the ball. Or I don't want to drop the ball, but I can hit the ground running at the start of season 2. The great thing is that most of the content would have already been generated and made by the time season 2 starts for it, which means I'll actually have time to spend more time on making my process better and making content for season 3 during season 2. And that's how I keep it rolling, like basically making content like a season ahead, which will really help in my consistency and help smooth and even out areas where I get really busy in my life, and it shouldn't be so noticeable to the outside world what's going on internally. Because right now, if I have a busy week, you get a one take, and pretty much all my weeks have been super busy apart from a few when the episode was a little bit better. But yeah, that's pretty much how that's gonna work. There's quite a lot of other really cool stuff I want to do, but I just definitely don't have the time to do any of that stuff. So what I ultimately want the show to be, maybe by 2021, is just kind of showing off the sorts of stuff that I get to do on a day-to-day with what hopefully my new business will allow me to do. Because unfortunately my day job takes up a lot of my time. It's pretty much between like 8 to 6 of my life is kind of just taken up by a day job, and that's like 10 hours. It's quite a lot of time, and I can't really make content on any of that because it's just too technical, too niche. I don't really want to make a technical channel. However, once I don't have to do this day job anymore, I've got my own business, I actually think what I'll end up doing will be far more interesting and far more relatable. So I actually get to make a lot more content around that. So that should be pretty interesting. And like, some of the content won't even be like super serious. I think most of it won't. Like, I want to try to essentially expose people to stuff they haven't tried before, because I've got quite a varied taste. I'm kind of into almost everything somewhat. Like they're like the obvious ones, like I'm not super sports fan. That's probably the one way where I'm like, but I'm like super into music, just listening to it, film music, actually producing music, electronic music, like pretty much any genre. I'm into like so many different types of games and anime, film, TV. I'm into the technical stuff like hardware, computers, software. And I mean, that might not sound super interesting, but you can actually do lots of really cool stuff with it. So I'll keep it, more consumer oriented, not like developer boring shit. And not just that, like I'm into art, I'm into building stuff with my hands, into eating food, working out, fitness, pretty much into everything. Like I do like a lot of things, but I do have strong opinions about a lot of things too. So it won't just be like wishy-washy shit. Hopefully it'll be pretty cool, and that's the goal, to get my job to be something where the the job is just reflecting what my life and interests are. But yeah, this video is kind of getting long because I kind of rambled on as always. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say apart from just ending the episode there. So yeah, look forward to season 2, but not to get too ahead of myself. There's still quite a few episodes to go in this season. So anyway, that'll be me today. That's it for the no show. And I can guarantee the next episode will at least be 3% better.